Hello, hello, hello. This is log 37. As you can tell, I'm back on the laptop because my wife has gone to Portsmouth today for her friend's hen do. Um, so I've got to do it with my laptop. I was trying to find some headphones to plug in so the quality would sound better, but no thing. So today, I got out of bed pretty late because I was pretty tired. Was feeling unmotivated, like I didn't really want to do anything, but I kept pushing myself to do something. And then I woke up. Well, not woke up. I got out of bed, started to pack my bags because I'm working away in Bradford this weekend, and then had some breakfast with my wife before she left. And then she left, and then I packed my stuff, stayed in bed, and going back and forth. And I was like, I'm like, come on, it's that time. You literally had a conversation. Yes, you told yourself yesterday you was going to do all these things. And to go off yesterday, there was a lot of the thought process was good because I was in a space where I really wanted to do something. Like yesterday, I really wanted to sit down with my wife and like journal and like plan out our month and stuff. Which is no one's fault that we didn't do that because we were actually busy and we were all working away in London. So it's not like it's not a problem. But you know when you have something in your mind that you really wanted to do and really felt motivated, and now today I don't feel motivated, and it's just like, how do I get back on that same point that I was yesterday? How do I get back on that path? Also, I'm trying not to say, or like, I'm not trying to say those ad libs. So I'm trying to take my time with what I'm saying and not rushing and be like, um, yeah, and does that make sense? Anyway, then what I did basically after feeling all of that, I went to a cafe down the road, had a coffee. I said, had a coffee. I went to the whole reason I wanted to go to that cafe was to sit down, of course, have a coffee, test the coffee out because my wife loves coffee, and I thought next time I'm going to bring her there and bring my laptop, my notepad, so I can start working on the play, which I did a little bit of, but also whilst I was there, I wanted to interview the owner, and there was the owner and his son, and I really wanted to interview them both, but the dad, he was busy on the phone dealing with business. So the dad left, and after a point, I was like, "Emma, you know what? Do the interview with the son. He's still here." So because I did like seven questions, three or four would have been for the dad, and the other three would have been for the son. And the questions that I was asking was just like, what was it again? What is relaxation to you? What's your favorite film, book, or song? And the other two questions were, how do you see the world? Which kind of makes no sense. In my head, it made sense when I wrote that question down. Or, what is a revolution to you? And those last two, I kind of wanted to relate them all together because the first kind of three, you're finding out about the individual, like who they are and how they move in the world. And the last two questions is then um, the last two questions are them seeing the world from an outside perspective. No, that doesn't make sense. The first three questions is them see. The first three question is us as audience hearing about their perspective of life and how they live. And then the last two questions is for the interviewer or interviewee, whatever which one it is, the person getting interviewed, is then how they see the world. Anyway, that was for the my production company, so I'm going to upload that and kind of find a way how I would like that to relate to the play, because this is the reason why I'm doing these interviews and why I sort out the questions in a certain type of way, because then this is the behind the scenes of how the play is being made. You're finding out more information of the play, like the question of what is a revolution to you, or what does a revolution mean to you? And with these questions, because the play is about revolution and what is revolution. There it goes again. I think that's the fourth time. So that was quite fun. And I thought, oh, because sometimes, when you really want to be creative, or you're trying to be creative, and you feel like being creative always has to have like a notebook or like a laptop to write down something, to physically do something, write it down or blah, 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 for you to be like, oh yeah, I've actually done some work today. When I realized after that interview, that interview is going to help me with the process of making this play, which felt nice, which felt really good, because I had to come back and be like, Amma, relax, because you are still doing something productive. Being productive doesn't mean always typing, writing, or doing something. That thing that I did with the interview is still something. Just because I'm not writing it down or drawing something or whatever it is, however I see it to be creative, doesn't mean I'm not doing it. And sometimes I feel like I get lost in that mist. So yeah, I'm waiting for us to go to Bradford to do the job there. And then I think tomorrow we're coming back the same night, which would be good. And then Sunday I gotta clean the garden and clean the house and prep the house for Tuesday, because that's when Noah's mum and father are coming for the week. Also, next week Tuesday I need to go for a run with Quaid. I think it's at 5 a.m. in the morning. And then we've got like a recovery session after. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to find out. Yeah. It feels good. Sometimes the only thing I feel like is the phone. The swiping and getting distracted on the phone can be such a hard thing to break out of. Because people say, oh, if you sort out your algorithm to things that you want to see and that can help you be productive, that's good. But then even when I'm watching these things of people talking about art or their journey and all these kind of stuff, I'm still like, oh, my eyes are hurting me from watching all of this. But also, I'm wasting time scrolling when I could have been doing something, in the sense of something around the house, something to fix the garden, to clean this, to put the laundry on, to write in my journal, to do this log, to do something else outside. It doesn't always have to be creative, but do something else outside of the phone. And I feel like I'm starting to get a hang of it. I'm starting to catch myself when I'm on my phone. I'm like, whoa, put it down, buddy. Put it down. You don't need it right now. And I was talking to my friend yesterday about, this is the thing, these are some of the stuff that I should have said yesterday, but I didn't get to. It's sad because the quality of this audio is not going to be great. And I feel like I'm spitting out some real shit. So, yeah, yesterday, me and my friend were conversing and talking about life. And I think I said this in the last vlog as well, that in our 20s, and I feel like I've said this so many times, in our 20s, it's where we figure out what we really want to do. And then in our 30s, we can use that experience from our 20s to build the thing we want to build and have the experience of talking to other people, or have the experience of knowing which direction or what door to open. And plus, when you have more experience, you have hopefully more people you know, and that's more opportunities of people guiding you and helping you in the right direction. And I just feel like right now in my heart, I'm in a good steady place. Not steady, I'm getting to that groove where I want to be. Because I know as soon as I start being creative again, gone. Oh, that's a message. Give me a second. Nope. Someone was just giving my message a thumbs up, reacting to it. And also just trying to get that self-belief in myself again. That self-belief in myself again. Where I don't second guess myself. Yeah. I was saying this to my friend yesterday as well, that I feel like I have so many talented people around me, not just to do with creativity or like in the arts, in the field of art, but so much like, yeah, so much talent around me. And I feel like some of us, especially me, there's like we're stopping ourselves. There's something that's stopping us. And I don't know if that's meant to be, I don't know if that's meant to be life being like, you're not ready yet. Like God saying, you're not ready yet. You need to learn a lot more things before you can achieve this thing here. You need more experience before you can achieve this thing here. Or if it's me just stopping myself with the things of procrastination and laziness. And I feel like, of course, I feel like there might be a bit of both. And it's on like a scale, and one goes up and down, like up and down. So I just know I need to. The organization will help my trajectory go off in the right way, and then I'll see where it goes. I feel like I'm getting a handle of acceptance and understanding that and coming to terms with it. And then I'm getting a handle of time itself, in the sense of I'm not overthinking time. I'll be like, oh, it's gonna be, for example, like I said last time, when there was a moment me and my wife had to wake up early the next morning to get our coach, and it was like nearly 12 a.m. and I was like, I need to get into bed. I need to get into bed. If I don't get into bed, blah blah blah. And then there was a moment I was like, I might just stop. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna have a good day. Be happy. Be grateful. Stop trying to rush time, because time's always gonna go by. So that's what I mean by getting a handle of time. But like, actually, I might keep calm. It's fine. You always wake up in the morning, alhamdulillah. You always wake up, so it's fine. You wake up on time to go to work or go wherever you need to go. And of course, if you feel tired, you're going to be tired. You can still sleep in the day. I think for the longest, I don't do naps. Like I'm just not a napping kind of guy. But of course, if I'm that tired, I can actually take a nap. Do you know what I mean? Like if I'm so tired, I should take a nap because my body needs it. My body's telling me, my boy, take a blood clot nap. So yeah, I'm doing this log early because I'm going to be traveling to Bradford and I don't know what time we're going to get to the hotel, and then we're going to go get food and then organize what's going to happen tomorrow and bish bash blah blah blah. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And thank you guys for listening. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And to the future Amat Rahim. Thank you for believing. Peace.